Thank you. My name is Richard Teka. I'm the CEO of Kibera Soccer Women FC and also the chair of the WPL uh, club's Caucus. Yeah, I'm the CEO of Kibera Soccer Women FC and also Kibera Soccer FC, which is a male team playing the Division 1 Zone B. Or our team or my identity.
The team identity,
The team.
the sports ecosystem.
Actually, our team, the team identity is actually playing beautiful football. That's what we really want to have, to play beautiful football. When you play beautiful football, you attract fans. When you attract fans, quality fans, you attract partners who come on board and help you achieve your goal. So actually, we really want to play beautiful football. Yes. Uh, I can say like the club has really inspired so many youth in Kibera. Actually, the club inspired the Kibera Soccer Women Club was there around the year 2002, and from that club we were able to start a high school for girls, a free high school for girls, because we thought that football was not enough for girls without education. So I can say like we've had a very good, successful high school. We've run a successful high school all for more than 18 years, for more than 20 years actually, and it's still going. It's a boarding school. It's a free school for the girls, not only from Kibera but also from all over Kenya. So I would say one of the success story of the club is being able to inspire us to start a free high school for girls in Kibera, and also we've been able to provide earning opportunities, income opportunities for our girls who have been able to play, who are playing for our club. We've also been able to hire some of the girls to transition from players to coaches and on the technical bench. So I would say like everyone is looking upon everyone wants to play for our club from Kibera because it's like an inspiration for them. And also the club has provided an opportunity for some of the players to go and represent the country at different levels, and categories. No, our recruitment is not centered on only on Kibera. We just look for talent, people young girls who are able to play beautiful football, or who are ready to be taught to play beautiful football. So we do not only focus on Kibera. It is only that the club was based in Kibera and is still based in Kibera. That's why it's called Kibera Soccer Women FC. But we do not target only girls from Kibera. Yeah. The challenges are many, and we shall treat them as a stepping stone for us to be able to look for solutions so that we can be successful. One of the challenges is funding. Our girls we're not able to get enough funding to be able to pay our ladies well to play football. That's why every season we always lose best players to better paying clubs. Yeah, so funding is one of the challenges. The second one is training facility. We don't have a training field within Kibera, so we have to hire a training field outside Kibera along Gong Road, which is also not that good. We also don't have a field to play our home matches in Kibera. We used to have Woodley Stadium, but it has taken like so many years to be completed. So it's very much unfortunate we play our home matches in Karen. So most of our fans from Kibera are not able to attend because transportation cost and also the distance. Yeah. No, some of the school system, the school runs on its own, separate. We run the school separate from the club, but some of the students who complete high school from our school are in our team. Yeah, so the players are not part of the school system. So CFK Africa came on board in the year 2023 when we were really struggling. Actually, I would say CFK Africa is the first sponsor or partner we've had since the club started. Uh, the founder of the school, of the club, Abdul Kasim, uh, was also like he helped found CFK Africa back then, around 2000, 2001. So CFK Africa grew and developed into different projects. Then in 2023, we were able to meet CFK Africa, and by good luck, we were the team had been promoted from Division One to Premier League, and we were lacking sponsorship, and we were able to talk to the leadership of CFK Africa, and they promised to come in and help us because we are a team from Kibera, and since that time, we've been lucky to be able to operate almost as a professional club because we've been able to get funding, enough funding from CFK Africa. So I would say it has been good working with them, and it's still good working with them. And they have really helped us apart from funding. They also have been able to help us in capacity, different capacity levels like managing funds, reporting, writing reports, and marketing our team. Yeah. And also, when they came on board, they were also able to get another donor partner called Cloudflare, which is a tech company. So the Cloudflare also came on board to support us in terms of funding. Yeah. CFK Africa stands for Carolina for Kibera. So it was started back then by one of the volunteer from the US came to visit Kibera, and he met Abdul and other people, and they were able to start the organization. And he was able to connect the organization to the University of North Carolina in the US. So actually, the guy came from Carolina in the US. So that's why it's called Carolina for Kibera. So they deal majorly with different projects in Kibera. Health, they're into health, they're into mentorship, they're into education, and also they are into sports. So they used to run like a very good soccer tournament back then. The different age categories, under 9, under 12, under 15. They were also able to coach, to organize coaching courses for coaches back then. And then they eventually like stopped supporting sports, and they centered on education and health. And then later on, they thought that now they really want to get into sports, so they already have their own sports program. So they run in Kibera, not only in Kibera but also in Nairobi, in the other parts of Nairobi, and also they are based in other counties. I think they are based in Kisumu. They have projects something in Kisumu, Nakuru, and in the coast they have some projects there. Yeah. Of course, the first motivation was funding. So they were paying our girls well through CFK Africa. Yeah, funding was really good. It's still really good right now, and also the hard work of the players, the girls, and also the technical staff. Yes. There are so many success stories. I don't know if I'm going to remember all of them, but I just try to mention a few. The first one is some of our girls being able to play for the national team. That's a very big achievement, because back then, before, it was very hard to get players from our team, from our Kibera team, to go and play for a national team. So far, I would say we have had more than 20 girls who have been able to play for the national team at some point. We've had so many, few of our girls who have been able to go to play professional football outside Kenya. And the good thing about that is that they are able to get better pay. So and also the teams that recruit them, they see how good they play. They were able to see how good they were playing for us, and because because of the system of playing that we encourage to play beautiful football, like we put the ball on the ground. So I would say that the coaching staff have really helped these girls sharpen their skills in their football skills, and through that the serious teams and professional teams were able to identify them and play and recruit them to go and play. And by going to play for the professional teams, these girls are able to provide for their families and to earn something. We've also had some girls get into coaching system. Currently, we have two on our technical bench. We have two of our former players who are acting as assistant coaches on our technical bench. Yeah. No, we don't have an exchange program, but we're really working on having like exchange programs with different universities so that our girls can be able to go and play professional football in those universities. We hosted a player from the University of Carolina who came trained with the girls for 1 week. Actually, she's a professional player. So she came here on holiday in Kenya. Then we were able to host her. She was trained with us for at least 1 week. Yeah. So we also, through the partnership with CFK Africa, they also have a program where they train our girls to be mentors to young girls in schools, in primary schools and high schools in Kibera. So we encourage and also we encourage our players to get training, to get into courses, to go to school, so to learn different skills, so that when they can be able to transition from playing to another profession. So currently we are partnering with CFK Africa. They're training our girls. So apart from the girls, 10 of our girls are employed by CFK Africa to be mentors to other schools, to school girls in Kibera. We also encourage girls who are able to go, our players who are able to go for coaching courses. We also pay for them to go for coaching courses so that they can be able to transition, like the two girls that I just talked to you about. We are able to pay for them to go to the introductory part of coaching course. Yeah. So we also encourage them to study, to be graduates, yeah, so that also they're able to earn, to have a profession or a career after football. Yeah. So it's a work in progress. Uh, I don't know if it's elected or appointed. I have no idea. I think it's neither of the two. But I was proposed, and no one proposed. So I would say I was proposed to be the chair. So we were the WPL teams, which are 12 in number. We had a meeting, and we saw that it was very good for us to be able to be organized, to speak as a one voice to Matters Women Football or Matters Women Premier League. So they proposed that we have a chairperson to represent them in terms of communication and also pushing the agenda to the federation. So I was proposed to be the chair, and I accepted. No one opposed. So that's how I became the chair of the WPL teams. It was not a strike. So we thought that since the beginning of the season, the federation had not done enough that it's supposed to be to do for to make our league a competitive league, a quality league. So the best they had done so far was just organizing fixtures and giving us table standings after every weekend. So we thought that they need to do more in terms of giving us the way forward. What are we playing for? Like, there are so many things that they were not able to communicate to us. So we wanted them to communicate, the leadership of the federation to communicate to us. So we wrote an email on 5th of February requesting for a meeting. We made several follow-ups. There was no response. Then we thought, now these guys were not taking us seriously, like maybe we were not important to them. So we wanted to be important to them. So we thought, now maybe if we boycott the weekend match, the 14th and 15th match, weekend matches, maybe they would set up a meeting for us. So we wrote a letter telling them that we are going to boycott the 14th and 15th matches until they set a meeting, not until they give us money, but until they set up a meeting with us. So it was the letter was sent on a Thursday. After 1 hour, they replied, now setting up the meeting. I don't know why they replied so fast. So now, because they had set up a meeting, so there was no reason for us to boycott, because the reason for boycotting the weekend matches was just to have that meeting. Now this meeting was set up on a Tuesday, for a Tuesday meeting, but it was the communication was made on Thursday, so it was difficult for most of the teams to go and travel and play on Saturday and Sunday. So we wrote another letter asking them to postpone the matches, to reschedule the matches to a later date, because it was impossible for most of the teams, in terms of logistics, to be able to travel or to host matches. So that's why the 9 teams are not able to play. But out of the 12 teams, 3 teams turned up for the matches. So like Police traveled to Kisumu, the Ulinzi showed up, and Trinity showed up. No, so when we held a meeting on Tuesday, we did not discuss those grievances because now the main agenda was the weekend matches, because the federation had communicated that had already awarded points to the teams that showed up, and so there's like they did not reschedule the matches. So the Tuesday meeting we did not discuss anything. We discussed about the weekend matches. So we wanted them to reschedule the matches because we had not refused to play. It's only that the communication came in late. Yeah, so it was not possible. If the communication had come on Monday or a Tuesday, we could not have boycotted the matches. That's a matter we are pursuing through the Leagues and Competition Committee. We are pursuing that appeal. We already made an appeal. We gave the teams gave explanations why they did not show up for the matches. I wrote as a chair to the Leagues and Competition Committee, explaining why the teams did not turn up for the matches. So we are waiting for the verdict. So we're waiting for the verdict because we have our next meeting on 8th of April now to discuss the main agendas that we had shared with the federation. Number one, funding. We really need to the teams to be funded individually, and also the league to be funded. And of course, we do not expect the federation FKF to fund these teams or to fund the league. But this league belongs to the Football Kenya Federation, so they need to do more in terms of looking for donors or partners to come on board to be able to fund and sponsor the league. So that's the first challenge, because in October last year, we held a meeting, the then CEO and the women rep, and they promised us that something is cooking, and they are almost finalizing a deal to sponsor the league. So they promised us. So we really need the league to be funded, and as they wait for partners to come on board, we know we have money from the FIFA, who are specifically for women football. So they need, as they wait for people to come and fund the league or the teams, they can use the money from the FIFA Women Football Fund to be able to sponsor to fund the league, and also fund these teams. We do not expect the federation to give us money, to give clubs money to pay players and staff, but the federation can be able to get funds for the teams to get better playing fields. Like we do not play in poor fields because they are not good fields. They are good fields, but they are very expensive for most of the teams to afford. Like for Nairobi teams, the federation can secure Annex, they can secure Nyayo Stadium, can secure Kasarani for the teams to play their matches there. For teams like Trinity, they can secure Furaha Stadium for Trinity to play their match there. For teams from Western part, there are some good fields there. The federation can be able to pay for these teams to play their home matches there. So federation can also be able to take care of the ambulance cost, because we have to have ambulance. We have to hire police. They can also be able to pay the police to pay for teams for their security services. We have some teams which are struggling in terms of traveling. The federation can be able to organize transportation for such teams to go and maybe to travel from Kisumu to Nairobi to honor their matches. I don't expect all the 12 teams to be supported in terms of transportation. We have teams which are able to afford for their transport, but we have other teams which are struggling. So those kind of things that the federation can come in as they wait for partners to come on board, so that the league can be sponsored and the teams can be sponsored. The second one is about broadcasting. We believe we also have an audience. People, if you look at the different social media pages for most of these teams here, we have a good audience. So the federation can be able to strike a deal with the broadcasting deal with the maybe KBC, show some of their matches or for our matches on TV, and even live stream some of our matches. Then the third one is about the league itself. We have no idea the prize money. We have no idea what we're playing for. We have no idea whether the Women Cup is going to be played this season. We won the cup last season. We need to defend the cup. So We have no idea whether it's going to be played or not. On some of the things that we're proposing, we think we want to put them in the constitution. So we also need an amendment in the FKF constitution to be able to make women football stronger. Because currently, for example, out of the almost 100 delegates that usually vote, only 5 represent women football, 3 from Premier League and 2 from the NSL. Men, we have all the Premier League clubs vote, 10 from NSL, 10 from Division 1. So we need all the 12 teams to be able to vote, and also increase the number of teams from NSL and Division 1 for women. So that can only be achieved through the constitution amendment, and that can be spearheaded by the women rep, of which she has not done anything since she came on board. We've never met her. She's never met us apart from the meeting in October. She's never replied to our emails about when we were writing to the federation. We were copying her. She never even made a reply. So no, she's not doing enough for the women league. I don't know which women football she's representing. Maybe she's working for the grassroots, but for the leagues, women for the Premier League, the NSL, and the Division, I don't think she's done anything. Yeah.
No proposal, no nothing, no funding, no nothing.
The only good thing she did was last season, where she was able to secure a deal with the Bet Power, so they were able to sponsor the Women Cup, and they introduced what you call locker room allowances, where players were paid directly to their phones when they were playing the games. Yeah, so that's the only thing maybe I could say she has done for the women football. But I wonder why she only did it for only one season. We have another season. Why is Bet Power? Is it coming back or not? Yeah, I would propose that we have different partners come and help, like join FKF to make our league stronger. The government, the corporate world, the fans, Raya, especially the government, corporate, and the fans should come and join hands with the FKF to make football better. For the record, WPL clubs are not expecting the federation to sponsor them, but the federation has a higher bargaining power than us. They can easily get sponsors or partners come on board and sponsor these teams. So that's what we think, that they're not doing enough. The only money the federation can be able to use to sponsor us is the the FIFA Women for Development Fund. Yeah, so that we don't expect only that. We expect partners to come and sponsor the league. When they are going to secure sponsorship deals for women football, they should also secure sponsorship deals for women football. We are as equal as men. Actually, we are better than men, because we've really put Kenya on the Kenyan football on the map. Women football has put Kenya on the map than men football. Yeah, yeah. So you can see the under 17 made it to the World Cup. The under 20 are doing well. The senior team is also qualified for AFCON. So we don't want to go and participate. When you go for these international tournaments, we don't want to go and participate. We want to go and compete. Yeah, there's no way these ladies are playing in poor fields, then they qualify for AFCON, then you go and expect them to beat those better teams there. I always put myself in the shoes of these players, both male and female. Like, they have talent. That's what they want. They want to do. They want to play. So why can't they earn something from playing? Like, playing football is not easy. It's not easy. Not anyone can play football. So I always also follow the English Premier League, and they see how much money these players make. And there's no difference between those players playing the English Premier League and our players here. They have the same. Actually, some of our players are better than those ones who are playing outside those other leagues. Why can't our players in Kenya earn or depend on this football than just like their counterparts in the other parts of the world? Yeah, so that's what keeps me going, and hoping that we have people with goodwill. It only takes goodwill.
True.
Only goodwill just to go and come and. You don't need me to come and convince you. Let's say you are the head of the sports fund in Kenya. You don't need to get me to come and convince you to sponsor these people. Like, just imagine if we were able to get 1 billion Kenyan shillings just for women football from the sports fund. how much to do to women football. And just makes it like and I usually see whenever a president maybe visits somewhere, people make a request, we need a bus, we do that. He doesn't need to go on to be convinced more. He doesn't need to go and pass a law in parliament for him to buy a bus. Just needs people need to have got that goodwill to help, and they should be able to know that they are not helping us individuals, they are helping these players, and also they are also helping the upcoming players who are dreaming to play football. I know some in schools right now we have students maybe in grade 1, girls in grade 1 who already want to play football.
Yes,
They are doing something,
very true.
and they are dreaming to when they want to play football, they don't dream to go and play football outside the country. They want to dream and play for a Premier League club in Kenya. So we have thousands of footballers in Kenya. Not all of them will go and play outside the country, but most of them will come and play in the Premier League.
And they start from
Yeah, they start from. So why can't people just have goodwill
okay.
and support these teams
Okay.
and support the federation?
Okay.
Yeah. So goodwill do.
In
Hata
your,
wewe hapa hivi you can pay for an ambulance service
sure.
for one team.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
if you have goodwill. Yeah. I would like to tell the women rep. The women rep that was there before her, I used to see her as a flower girl because I only used to see her during the award ceremony, awarding, and she could introduce herself as a women rep.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the same. I don't want to see the same, whatever we used to see the previous years in the current women rep. She should know that she's there to represent all women in Kenya, footballers. So she should do something. And for the women football, the highest peak is the WPL, the Premier League, and then NSL, Division 1, then we have the regional leagues. So if you want to have a good foundation in women football, you should make WPL to be strong. WPL, NSL, and Division 1 to be strong. If it is strong, many people will want to move from grassroots to reach Division 1, WPL, or the NSL because they see it's a well-organized league. She should use her influence. I don't know how decisions are made at FKF level. I have not to get on into details, but she should influence people to make decisions that support women in football. I know I think she knows where the money is, so she should be able to see. As we wait for women football fund from FIFA, kuna mahali wenza pata pesa, they can get money and then they support these struggling teams. Yeah. Then for FKF, we really also need them to remember that when national team national team qualifies for like WAFCON and everything, they're the ones who go there. Their names are the ones which are made. So hata wanaweza kwa committee now because the national team has qualified.
Yes.
They find themselves in different committees at CAF level and also FIFA level.
Yes.
So why can they help these teams? Just imagine if KF can be able to secure good training fields for the women clubs, good playing fields for the women clubs, we'll have better players, high quality players. When they qualify for AFCON, they will not go to participate. They will not go to finish number 4 in the group stage. They'll go and challenge for the title. Imagine, let the federation imagine Kenya winning the WAFCON or maybe reaching the semi-final level. Who's going to benefit more between us and them? Yeah. Even funding will be easier for them to get. So why can't they just invest in women in football? If I go to KBC, I want our match to be broadcasted, and if FKF goes to KBC and requests the match to be broadcasted, who will KBC listen to? We have numbers. The FKF Federation is saying that the women Premier League clubs need to package themselves well. The partners need to get value for their money, return for their money. If they think that women clubs are not packaging themselves well, they are not well packaged in terms of marketing, why can they use some resources at the federation to build these teams to be able to give these teams knowledge so that they can be able to package themselves well, so that it becomes easier for them to get partners come on board? You don't just sit there and give an excuse. Oh, if you go approach a partner, you need to the partner needs to get value for his money. And these teams here don't have value for them. They don't have like a fan base. They don't have this and this and this. Why can't you now capacity help these big teams, train them, give them knowledge and skills to be able to do that, so that they can reach a stage whereby it becomes easier for the federation and the clubs to approach different partners and corporates to support them. For the government, I know if the government had a goodwill, they have. I know there's a fund like sports fund. The government can easily come in and help these clubs secure, like I said, secure good facilities. It doesn't have to be financial. It can be like in kind. Even the clubs, I'm sure the clubs are ready to be not to handle cash. The government can pay on behalf of the clubs if they're worried about accountability. Yeah, so the government has money. They can allocate this amount of money, millions per year, to go to the league, WPL league, NSL league, and Division One league. The NSL has two zones. Division One has 4 zones, and they each have 12 teams. Even the government can give in prize money. The government can become the official sponsor of the league. At least these teams should earn something. And I was telling the federation that we don't expect the only number 1 to be awarded. We should award all the teams. Even if the last club receives 50,000, we don't care. At least they get something. Yeah. So the government, like I said, the government belongs to us. We have people who represent us in the government. They are normal human beings. They have sisters. Where they come from, there's a club, a women club in their locality. Why can't they just have that goodwill and support this? Yes.
Thank you.